Here we go. Miller's going to throw. Oh. Picked off down the sideline. That's DJ Van Riper. Van Riper, a pick six. And the Cougars walk it off. Oh, Jake Thief, have a day. Puck loose. Shot. Oh, hard down top shelf.
This one could end up into
over to Sausage. He'll try another one.
He hit it!
For JTV, baby! For JTV! It's time to rein in the new year JTV style with some hockey from Optimus Ice Arena. It's the Gibraltar Carlson Marauders and the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans in a battle on the hard ice at Optimus. Two young and hungry teams, 12 freshmen combined between the two teams, getting ready to skate here in a game that is for Metro East priority in the standings. Lumen Christi taking on the Marauders right here at the Optimus Ice Arena.
Stop from the point and goal! Lumen Christi wins the face-off, kicks it right back behind the net. Kelly, he went top shelf. He scored!
And hello and welcome inside the High School Hockey on JTV presented by Minuteman Sewer and Drain, and welcome inside the College Chevrolet pregame show brought to you by College Chevrolet and Liquid Death. Murder your thirst. That's Maxwell Fritz. I'm Matt Kibbe. So excited to have you along here for Jackson Lumen Christi against Carlson. A rare non-Jackson United Lumen Christi game here on our JTV airwaves, and we are in for a really good matchup between two young teams.
We are, Matt. Both of these teams are young, scrappy, and ready to get these skates on the ice and put up some big numbers here. I mean, both these teams come in. They've got a lot of goals. Even Lumen Christi, you look at the record and you think, man, this is a down year for the Titans. It's not. They always start slow like this. They come back. This is Titan hockey at its finest, especially most of these players we'll get into are on the football team. We saw how well they did on the turf, and they can do just that on the ice here. This is going to be a great game, Matt, and great Marauder team to match up with here. Like you said, outside of the normal Jackson United team, good to see some new faces on the ice today.
Of course, Jackson Lumen Christi coming off of their state championship in football. That led to them having a 2-7-1 record this season. But the thing to note, a very, very tough schedule. Talking to Coach Dan Brady, he said, this is one of our youngest teams that we've ever had. And on top of that, it's one of the hardest schedules that we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a tough conference in general to be in here in the Metro League East Division. Lumen Christi always finds a way to pull it out. They wanted a tough schedule. Coach Dan Brady wanted to test these boys early, see what they're made of, especially this young team. So don't let the records, don't let the scores fool you. This Lumen Christi team is ready to put up some numbers here.
Let's flip it to the other side. Carlson comes in. They are on a 2-game win streak, beating Woodhaven by a score of 8-0 last night. This team has been really solid all year long. On the flip side, they're 9-4-1 on the year. They're also a young team, but they have a lot of continuity between the bench.
They do. I mean, this team can gel together so well. The interesting thing to note, though, is Carlson only has one goalie on the team. Juxtapose that with Lumen Christi, who has three that they interchange with, even coming after, the amazing goalie, Zach Jacola last year, the All-State goalie, coming onto this now having these new three goalies, but they can have fresh legs behind the net where the Marauders don't get that luxury.
Yeah, that's only Keegan Moore. He's the only goalie on the roster, and we asked Coach Watson about it. He said, we trust him. Would you like to have another goalie? Of course, but, we have a lot of confidence in our senior netminder, and there's a lot of other players on this Marauder team that we have to take a look at. One of them that we'll be watching is Chase Moore tonight. He is one of the best players in the Downriver area and in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, Moore has been absolutely electric this year. I mean, looking at his stats here, he has been insane as the music blares behind us. They're getting pumped up and ready. So Moore is a multi-sport athlete. He's on the golf team and the tennis team. He's one of their captains. He had a slow start to the season, but man, has he blossomed ever since. And he leads in goals, 14 goals, 9 assists, 23 total points.
The two teams come onto the ice for warm-ups, and as they get ready to warm up, we'll take one final warm-up as well. We'll step aside here. This has been the College Chevrolet pregame show. College Chevrolet in Albion, home of the Forever Warranty and free oil changes on Fridays for veterans. See their new and pre-owned inventory at collegechevrolet.com. Marauders, Titans, next on JTV.
When it's cold, the last thing you want is your home's heater to quit on you. At 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning, our team of comfort specialists take the frustration out of the equation. From simple repairs to more complex fixes, we'll get you warm and comfortable quickly. Just call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourair.com. Don't forget, we're always on time or you don't pay it time. Always on time or you don't pay it time. Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Hard water can make your life at home miserable. No one wants to spend money on expensive products and chemicals to help deal with rusty appliances and discolored laundry. Tri-County Water has been helping local families and businesses solve their water problems for over 50 years. Call or visit us online at tricountywater.com today to schedule a free water analysis. We'll provide a solution tailored to your specific needs and your budget. Tri-County Water. Take control of your water today.
Serving the Jackson community since 2007, G-Force Automotive is your local Auto Value certified service center. G-Force Automotive is a full-service repair facility. Our experience enables us to ensure your vehicle is well maintained year-round in everything from brakes to engine repairs to transmissions and oil changes. We are committed to keeping you on the road. Hi, this is Matt Clausen, owner of G-Force Automotive. Come see us for your next service visit. G-Force Automotive, where we make friends, one car repair at a time.
The Potter Center at Jackson College is raising the curtain on the 2025-2026 season. Join us for country music superstar Aaron Tippin, the amazing award-winning vocalist Peebo Bryson, the legendary band Three Dog Night and their chart-topping hits, the best Tim McGraw tribute show going today, and enjoy as Simply Queen recreates the incredible Queen experience. Individual and season tickets on sale now. Go online or call the Potter Center ticket office today.
Grimes Plumbing Company is licensed and insured. Give us a call for all your plumbing needs. Water heater installation and repair, drain cleaning, leak repair. And remember, at Grimes Plumbing, we love water.
JTV and orthopedic rehab specialists bring you the ORS photo galleries, your front row seat to all the action in Jackson. Every week, JTV is out in the community, capturing stunning full HD images of local events, festivals, and high school sports. Don't miss a moment. Head to jtv.tv now to browse, relive the excitement, and purchase prints of your favorite highlights.
Did you know Alro sells more than just metals? We are a one-stop shop for all your plastic needs. Whether you need one piece or 1,000, Alro offers a wide selection of sheet, rod, tube, and custom machined parts cut to size and delivered next day. Visit alroplastics.com, your source for performance plastics.
Welcome back here to Optimus Ice Arena. Taking a look at our starting keepers for this game. The goaltenders are for Jackson Lumen Christi, the senior Michael Palmer. And then, of course, for Carlson, it's their lone goaltender on the roster, number 1, Keegan Moore. Both of these keepers are really, really good in net, and they're going to be tested today.
They are. I mean, both these teams can score so many goals, and they also have a lot of goals given up against them as well. This goes to show the young team. It'll be interesting to see who has the edge going into this intense matchup today, Matt.
Let's take a look at our Mauer Sunshine Car Wash Spotlight Player of the Game. And this is going to be a fun one for us. This is Sean Walicki. He was a running back for Jackson Lumen Christi, a state champion in football, and now he comes onto the ice. He has 2 points in the last 3 games for Jackson Lumen Christi, a football state champion player, and he, of course, is the JTV Employee of the Month for December.
You know, that was a really close battle. I thought I had him beat on that one, but Sean outlasted me there.
Sean has been working with JTV. He's a photographer and helps out with some of our game broadcasts. You can see him there on the sidelines with the JTV merch as well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's got the camera and everything. He's a great kid. I asked Coach I asked Coach Dan Brady about him as a player and as a person. He said he is somebody that we have to have more of. Not only do we need his personality, we also need his size on the ice. I had a little bit of fun with that. But Coach Brady said Sean is just the embodiment of what a Titan is in Jackson Lumen Christi. He might not pop up all over the place on the stat sheet, but he's somebody that we love to have on the team. He really meshes with the guys. And, you know, when you have a state championship mentality, that's really nice to have in the locker room.
You know, if you've ever heard of the term glue guy, he's definitely a glue guy, a glue player, someone who keeps the team together. May not, like Matt said, show up on the stat line always, but he does everything in the locker room, on the bench, behind the scenes, to keep the team together, playing hard. He does the same thing here at JTV as well. That's why he was Employee of the Month. Sean's got a great work ethic on and off the ice. Just a great young kid all around.
You can tell he's always been excited for these games as well. Sean Walicki, our Mowers Sunshine Car Wash Spotlight Player of the Game. You can visit Mowers at 3500 Ann Arbor Road. As we get ready for this game as well, as the two teams warm up, this is the type of game that has a lot more meaning behind it. Last year these two teams faced off. It was Lumen Christi getting a win, and then the Marauders in the second game tying that game up. And so Carlson, of course, has a taste in their mouth of we have to get one back here.
Oh, hockey is all about revenge. If one team gets the uphand on you, you want to fight back as hard as possible and get one back on them.
It was also Jackson Lumen Christi's first year in the Metro League East, and for that they were rewarded with a good schedule. Now this year they're going to be challenged even more. The Metro League East also familiar with them as well across the board.
We're in for a great game today. You know, Matt, I really got to say, too, I have to give a shout-out to our producer, Noah, because we have the net in front of us, as you can see on the beauty cam here. There's a puck-sized hole right in front of my face that, luckily, our producer, Noah, gave me some zip ties and I could scrounge that together so I don't have a puck come right at me, so I feel a little bit safer up here. Thanks for our producer.
Today's game is brought to you by Liquid Death. You can find Liquid Death at a bunch of participating stores around the Jackson County area. Liquid Death, a proud partner of JTV Sports.
Gotta love Liquid Death. Unfortunately, I don't have one up here to crush it.
Yeah,
normally I'm used to it.
Liquid Death is so popular at JTV that we have officially run out.
Yes.
And as we enter 2026, we're going to have to get some more supply of Liquid Death. But, you know, we don't have you on the sidelines today, so that's some fun with that segment as well.
I'll try to throw one over the net and onto the ice. You know, we also want to thank Great Soak Hot Tub here as well. I mean, this type of weather, especially being in Optimus Ice Arena, one of the coldest ice arenas, I think, in America. It's like a balmy 25 in here, Matt. We're both cold up here, but that's exactly why you should go visit Great Soak Hot Tub Company, especially with the cold weather outside. You want a nice hot tub that you can relax in, just like Santa's relaxing in after a very busy Christmas season.
Thank you to our great friends at Great Soak Hot Tub as well. I know Pat O'Dowd's in the market for a new hot tub as well, and he'll be heading to Great Soak for that as well. Both teams getting ready to go here at Optimus Ice Arena. It's Jackson Lumen Christi and the Carlson Marauders. It is the year of Carlson. They are at a 9-4-1 record. Jackson Lumen Christi 2-7-1 as the two teams get ready to go. Starting lineups will get announced. We've already told you about the goalies. We've mentioned the coaches will have more storylines to tell you about throughout this entire game as well. Maxwell Fritsch, Matt Kibbe with you here on JTV Sports. Getting ready for the national anthem here on JTV. But they'll go over the starting lineups first, so we'll take you for a little bit longer here on JTV Sports as we get ready for the first period of action. These are two teams that have a couple of key playmakers. One of them that we do want to look at, Luke Dumont. He's the Dumont. How often have we heard that name be synonymous with Jackson Lumen Christi? He leads this team with 20 points on the ice this year, 8 goals, 12 assists. Luke is going to be another playmaker that has to step up.
Yeah, a very selfless player, too. With the 12 assists, he had a lot of opportunities to make goals himself, but he looks for the opportunity, gives it up. A lot of times young players want to shoot first, but he looks for the pass and the assist first. That's a great work ethic from the young man.
On the other side for Carlson, number 10, Braden Baudet is the leading point getter there. He's got 21 points this season and it all comes basically from the assist. He has 15 assists and 6 goals this season. He's going to be another one to watch, just a junior, so another player to be looking forward to next year, but also finding success this year.
Yeah, and Matt, he gets in the dirty areas of the ice, right in front of the net and in the corners where the fighting really happens. He bodies himself in there, gets right in there, and plays amazing defense as well. Great for a goalie to have.
Both of these teams also do not take a lot of penalties, so we are going to see a lot of 5-on-5 hockey here at Optimus Ice Arena, and even on even strength. Both of these teams are very good at the top lines, and then you kind of get down to those third and fourth lines with a lot more freshman involvement. Told you we're going to have 12 freshman skaters in this game today. Both of these teams dress a lot of freshmen, and they take advantage of their youth.
It's going to be a very fast-paced game tonight, a lot of fresh legs, Matt.
All the starters have been announced. We're getting ready to go. We'll step aside and take you in to the national anthem here at Optimus Ice Arena as we get ready for Jackson Lumen Christi to take on the Carlson Marauders.
The singing of our national anthem, tonight it will be sung by Nolan Learn, a 6th grader at Queen of the Miraculous Metal School.
Fantastic national anthem to get us going here as we get ready for hockey here on JTV Sports. The first hockey game of the season. We know we have at least one more here between Jackson Lumen Christi and Jackson United, the big one every single year. But we start off with a Metro League East battle between the Carlson Marauders and the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans. Let's get it going here. It's time for hockey here at Optimus Ice Arena. Maxwell Fritz, Matt Kibbe bringing you this one on JTV Sports as we get set for face-off between these two teams and a budding rivalry at that.
Definitely now. With Lumen Christi joining this Metro League East division, this is going to be a great matchup for years to come.
As we get ready for the first period, a great time to remind you that tonight's first period is brought to you by Jimmy's Towing. Reliable, fast, and fair. 517-750-4200. 17-minute periods in high school hockey, and we are ready to go for the first one here as the teams get rallied up on the bench. Jackson Lumen Christi, Carlson Marauders are off on JTV Sports. Lumen Christi will take the opening face-off, and it is the man of the hour, Sean Walicki, the JTV Sports product and football state champion, who got it into the offensive zone first. They check up and dump it back in. Last year in this game here at Optimus Ice Arena, Jackson Lumen Christi really controlled the offensive zone, and then in the second matchup, it was a little bit more evenly matched. 3-3 was the final score down in Downriver at Kennedy Ice Arena.
Very fast start for both teams. Carlson's going to get their first chance in their side of the
Caden Jones takes a shot. We got an early goal. Braden Bodette gets the opening goal, and it's 1-0 Carlson after an 8-0 victory last night against Woodhaven. Carlson is up first.
Braden Baudet, we just talked about him. That's his 7th goal of the season now for the Marauders. Great early fast start. Carlson setting the tone early here at Optimist.
He gets the first goal, and it is 1-0, an early lead for Gibraltar Carlson. And we get right back underway. So another goal for the Marauders here. They score first, and it will be the Titans that have to battle from behind only a couple minutes into the game. Well, not even a couple minutes, mere seconds, 35 seconds into the contest. It was the Marauders who got the opening goal. We just have crossed over into the 15-minute mark after a short 17-minute period here on JTV. Crossed into the slot. Doesn't go for Marsh, and Carlson has it the other way.
What makes it more impressive, Matt, that was the first time in the offensive zone for the Marauders, and they got it. 1 shot on goal, 1 goal.
They popped it into the slot, took advantage, and there's Palmer after settling back in to get the cover. We are not even 2 minutes into this game, and we are full of action here on JTV Sports.
Incredibly fast start. Lumen Christi, though, used to playing from behind this season. This is nothing new for them. They're going to look to answer right back and quickly as possible.
Face-off will be on the left wing side in the offensive zone. It will be the Marauders who hang on to it in control. Morin had it for a second. Now it's coming back up near the blue line, and it will be a settle in for Lumen Christi to poke forward and lost the edge. So Lumen Christi has a chance to take advantage. Gilbert will look for it, and there's a tie-up way behind the net. Tons of players all over the place. Quick shot going to be stymied away by Keegan Moore, and now Carlson will break out with Jaso.
Moore had a great save there, extending his leg out, hitting just the corner of the pad.
It's knocked back in deep into the offensive zone for the Marauders. They are wearing the road blues today. Another hit. Lumen Christi in their home whites here at Optimist Ice Arena in Jackson, Michigan. Here goes Lumen Christi with potentially numbers. They'll go for the change instead. Saved by Moore. He tried to bring it back. Wrap around. Goal! Madden Brady scores his 7th of the season, and we are tied.
Matt, I have no clue how that one snuck past Moore for the goal right there. We'll have to look at the replay. Great job by Madden Brady.
Moore wanted to cover the puck, and Brady comes out of nowhere with the wraparound.
Brady, textbook wraparound right there. It fooled me, it fooled Moore, both very close or right behind the Gibraltar goal back here. Excellent job by Brady for the wraparound, tied things up quickly.
And so right after Carlson gets the opening goal, Madden Brady decides it's time to respond.
That's exactly what the Titans needed right there. A lot of tempo from both sides, hard hitting. So we have 2 goals, 1:35 seconds in, and another 1:43 seconds in. We're tied 1-1.
So Lumen Christi will try and break out here. If anybody wants to step up, they will. Carlson gets it back into the neutral zone, and Lumen Christi will have a chance to get it into the offensive zone. Luke Dumont with it, another player that we highlighted earlier. Fitzpatrick up there as well. The 2 seniors on this top line for Lumen Christi. There goes Sladish, who put it in, and now it's all the way back out with Ryan Marsh, another freshman for this team. There are 12 freshmen skaters combined between the 2 programs, 6 on a side. We're going to get our first penalty of the game, and Carlson is going to head to the sin bin. 2 minutes for tripping, and that will put Jackson Lumen Christi on the power play.
We want to thank Barker Weber Insurance. Tonight's game is brought to you by Barker Weber Insurance and President Dan Weaver. Visit them online at barkerweberinsurance.com.
So after tying up the game, Lumen Christi is going to get a chance to go on the power play. They have not gotten a lot of power play opportunities this year. Just 9 according to Michigan Hockey Hub, and they have scored 3 times on the power play for a 33% advantage.
But
Carlson.
On the flip side, the Marauders are very good shorthanded. They have 2 shorthanded goals on the season so far.
Their PK percentage is at 76% for the Marauders. An early shorthanded test on Michael Palmer gets the save, and it will be a defensive zone face-off for Lumen Christi.
Lumen's been doing very well at winning the face-offs.
Always nice to control the puck here in that early going. They'll look to set up the power play here. 5-on-4. The captain Fitzpatrick brought it in. It's caught up in the middle with Wilicki, and it's going to go all the way back out. It will be a race for the puck with Gilbalt and a Marauder. It looked like it was Bodette who got up as well. Taking down another penalty is going to come on to the Marauders, and we're going to go 5-on-3. A huge opportunity for Lumen Christi.
Caden Jones just put that stick down too close to the Lumen Christi offensive player and tripped him up.
So we talked about it earlier how both these teams do not take a lot of penalties, and of course what announcer Jinx says, Carlson, you're going to take 2 here in the first period, and it's going to be 5-on-3 for a minute 16 here in a 1-1 hockey game.
And both penalties for tripping.
So 12:41 left on the clock, a minute 15 left to go in the first power play opportunity. 5-on-3 here. Carlson on their heels. Shot goes over top of the net right in front of us here in our scaffolding behind the Marauder net.
This is a golden opportunity for the Titans here. They need to capitalize as they have a minute left on the 5-on-3 and a minute 40 for the total power play.
The freshman Ryan Marks leaves it. Here goes Keegan Moore, and O'Shea's going to get tied up into the middle with it, along with Jagger Witten trying to protect the goalie.
Getting a little feisty down there, Jagger Witten and James Ruge.
Keegan Moore.
O'Shea.
Yeah, Keegan Moore made a great save here as well in the middle of the slot. Wide open look, and then an extra tie-up from O'Shea, and that's what led to the scrum in front of the net. Still 5-on-3, nothing comes of it, and Wilicki gets it back to the point. 1-1's our score, 45 seconds left of 5-on-3 hockey. Slot from the middle, into the slot, another save by Keegan Moore. Keegan Moore has been really good this year. He's only given up 35 goals in 13 games. That's a 2.68 goals against average. He saves 88% of the shots he faces.
Well, especially for being the only goalie on the roster, that is great numbers here in the high school circuit.
Makes a case to be a conference player this year, potentially make it onto the All-State roster. Here's a quick shot. Ooh. Another gloved one away by Moore. It's still loose. It's going to go all the way back up to the top of the point. Lumen Christi with it. 5-on-3, still has 25 seconds left. Patience. Dumont from the left point, or right point. Now from the left point. Goes wide. Rebound. Just high from Dumont, and we're going to get a face-off. It's going to stay in the offensive zone with 17 seconds left of 5-on-3. Dumont took a clapper and just put a little bit too much sauce on it.
Oh, he was wide open. His eyes got a little bit too wide, though, however, and just couldn't put it down.
You can see it. He would love to have that shot back. It was wide open for Luke Dumont. 17 seconds left in the advantage. There's a look at the Lumen Christi bench and head coach Dan Brady in his 5th season at the helm. Dumont. Shot hits off the skate of a Marauder. Looked like it was Chase Moore. He's somebody we'll talk about a little bit later on. Back into the slot for Dumont. Rebound comes out to Fitzpatrick. And it goes on. 40 seconds left, 5-on-4. First penalty expires for the Marauders. They have 4 skaters on the ice. Dumont dekes around, takes a shot. O'Shea can't tip it in. Doesn't hit off the netting and will play on. 11-11 left in the first period of play. Trying to find it into the middle of the zone. Moore pokes it away. Back onto the stick of Madden Brady, the lone goal scorer for Lumen Christi in a 1-1 hockey game. Offside is going to be the call. Brady couldn't hang on to it. It's now time for our IEP Urgent Care Trivia question. IEP Urgent Care, no appointment needed, now with 2 locations in Jackson, 729 East Michigan Ave and 1602 West Michigan Ave. Our IEP Trivia question, in 1977, who did Jackson Lumen Christi beat to win their first state championship in hockey?
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one, man. I'll have to think on that.
You got to go way back in the time machine to 1977.
Too bad Pat O'Dowd isn't calling this one with you. I feel like
he would know it.
What, he had to be about 20?
Well, he might have been 30.
Full strength.
Marauders, in the meantime, are able to kill off both penalties and escape a 5-on-3 without giving up a goal.
That was huge for Gibraltar Carlson here.
That penalty kill is just above 75% this season, and it holds true here in the first period against Lumen Christi. Bryce Wilkins behind the net. Marauders trying to get another goal here after getting the first quick one just about 30 seconds into the contest. Michael Palmer, leg pad save over top of the net after the rebound comes out. Gets back into the slot.
Good backhand by Wilkins there. Just missed it over the top.
Lumen Christi dumped it away, and now the Marauders get it back, a chance to break out. Carlson in the blue with the white helmets, and everything else is a blue and white accessory. Palmer will play. He gives one up behind the net, similar to how Keegan Moore had one give up earlier, but this time the Lumen Christi defense helps out. Shot in the middle, goes through, and Palmer gets another save for the Titans.
Good job by Palmer there. Really had to reach out the leg pad on that one.
He does just that. 9:45 left to play in this first period of play. What a fun game here between the Marauders and Titans. We knew it was going to be that way. Here's a look at it here for the folks at home on JTV Sports. A little bit of split action.
Got to work on those calisthenics over the break there.
I do not envy being a goaltender. Titans with it. Fitzpatrick leaves it behind the net. Nobody home. Taken away. Going the other way with Chase Moore. Chase Moore has 23 points this season. 14 goals for those 21 points. He leads the team in that category by a large margin, might I add. Yes. IST bringing the heat and proud to support Jackson area athletics. Thank you so much to our friends at IST.
We need to bring the heat up here. This is a frigid time up here on the scaffolding, as you can see us there behind the Marauder net. Lumen Christi trying to win another power play. Excuse me, another face-off.
I always think about it. I think some of these sponsors always like putting into the read that they have heat just to remind us that we're in the cold up here on JTV Sports. 9 minutes left to go in the first period of play. A highly packed, full of action first period of play. We've seen a ton of action. Here comes Walicki. He would love to get on the score sheet today after scoring 2 assists 2 games ago against West Ottawa in their Ferris State tournament out in Big Rapids. Both these teams had one of their out-of-town tournaments. The Carlson went out to Gaylord and took on Gaylord and Big Rapids in the D3 Showcase. They also had a Thanksgiving tournament at Allen Park, but that's really not much of a travel there to go from Gibraltar up to Allen Park. That's where being a downriver dirtbag comes in handy on a game like this. Ooh, into the middle of the crease and nothing going. Carlson will break out.
Puck almost snuck across the line there.
Carlson gets it back on their own blue line, trying to break free with Wright. Wright slips, but got it up in time. All the way up to Marcotte. Ryan, the senior, finds it. It's behind the net, looking for somebody to help out. Looks like that's going to be Jaso behind. He tries to get into the slot, lifts it up. One-timer! Didn't have enough grip on it for Owen Wright. Wright keeps it in, though, from the blue line and pokes it right back behind the net. It comes out to the left corner. Lumen Christi trying to get it out of the zone. They won't be able to. Kept in at the blue line by Morin. Another shot. This time it's off the pad of Palmer, and Lumen Christi will look to break out. They get into the neutral zone. Coming back to play it is Owen Wright. He does so. Goes up and has to play it at the bench. Was going to go for a change, but forced into the play. He's just going to get into the offensive zone. He dumps it, takes a hit.
A lot of players are losing edges early in this game, having a hard time getting their footing on the ice.
Yeah, both these teams played last night, so you wonder if they got enough time to sharpen the skates maybe before the game. It was Jackson Lumen Christi at Grozeal down at the Kennedy Ice Center in Trenton. It was a 6-2 loss for Lumen Christi. And on the other rink at the Kennedy Ice Center, it was Gibraltar Carlson versus Woodhaven, and that was an 8-0 win for the Marauders. We'll get an icing call here, and it will go all the way back.
And with this icing, we'd like to take the time to thank Vermeulen's Home Furnishing. Thanks to Vermeulen's Home Furnishing, locally owned and serving Jackson for 3 generations. VermeulensFurniture.com.
1-1 the score here on JTV. 6:57 left to go in this first period of action. Encourage you to stay tuned to the first intermission, where you'll hear from head coach of the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans, Dan Brady. And then also for the folks down in Gibraltar, you can get a chance to hear from your head coach, Andy Watson, during the second intermission of today's game.
For as fast of a start as this game had scoring-wise, Matt, things have calmed down a little bit here, even with the penalties.
Just a little bit, but this game still plays fast, and both these teams recognizing how important a win is tonight. More so for Lumen Christi than Gibraltar Carlson. Lumen Christi at the bottom of the standings in the Metro League East, just 5 points this year with their 2 wins and an overtime loss. In 6th place out of 6 in the standings. To Carlson is 4 out of 6 in the Metro League East with 19 points.
Stick save in net by Moore.
Back over to the right side. Hanging on to it here is Alley. Puts it down on the goal line. And a little bit of help looking for Marsh, who's a freshman who pokes it behind the net as well. Carlson gets it back. They'll look to go the other way with the right Myers. Kept in at the blue line. Onside play. Only one linesman here in high school hockey. Has to work both lines.
His view was blocked there. Looked like it might have eked over, but good call on keeping it in by the Titans.
Chase Moore gets into it. Nice it poked away, and it's back in. Hanging on to it here is Bodette, and he'll cross it over to Witten. Witten finds it for a moment. Takes a quick shot. Palmer has it lost for a moment, but is able to gather on top and cover. 5:27 left.
Yeah, we'd also like to thank State Farm. They're not a faceless call center, not a soulless AI bot. State Farm's Joe Muni agency will talk with you or visit with you live. He is physically here in Jackson County, where you can see him in person to work directly with him. He'll provide you with service you can count on. Go to joemuni.com.
5:27 left in the first period of play. 1-1 is our hockey score. JTV Sports, and a lot of fun here between these two teams. We knew it was going to be that way. Walicki finds it, tries to use the board, takes a hit while he's at it. Both these teams very physical. It's going to be waffle boarded away and then into the net, so we'll get another face-off. The Center for Family Health has been serving Jackson for 34 years. Their new pharmacy is now open. Visit centerforfamilyhealth.org.
One thing I got to say, man, there was a lot of good communication going on from the Marauders. I mean, of course, we can hear it because we're right above their net, but when the puck gets brought back here, I can hear all the teammates shouting out, hey, it's here, this is the play we're doing. That's good to hear, especially in the high school level. Communication is key.
Keegan Moore known for it. He's a senior, and he's held this spot for a couple of years now, this starting keeper spot, and he's done a good job at it as well. Keegan Moore is highly touted from his coach. So one thing he said, just work on being consistent, and he certainly has gotten way better of that as of late. Pitched a shutout last night against Woodhaven. Has a couple against Downriver Unified, Wyandotte. Ooh, Allen Park as well.
Net's going to be dislodged here, Matt. Sorry to disrupt you there. James Ruge lost his footing, went face first into the pole of the net and dislodged it. He seems okay. He's going to help the referee stick it back in the ground there as much as he can.
That's why they use the special pegs here so that the net comes off. It's a safety matter for the players. 4:30 left to go in our first period of play.
And we'd like to take this time to thank the Insurance Circle Agency. The Insurance Circle Agency, proudly located in both Jackson and Battle Creek, is your one-stop shop for everything insurance. With over 50 years of insurance experience, the Insurance Circle Agency has access to multiple insurance solutions for your business, home, auto, and more. If you're looking for a custom approach to your insurance needs, call Dave Rice at 517-888-5027 or get the conversation started at myinsurancecircle.com. The Insurance Circle Agency, where we'll know your name.
So excited to have you along on JTV Sports, whether you're watching at home on JTV, on YouTube at JTV, or on Facebook at JTV. We're glad you found us. 4:10 left to go in this first period of play. 1-1. The goals came early, and then ever since both teams have settled in, we've seen some offensive action. Lumen Christi had a 5-on-3 at one point, wasn't able to score on it. And Carlson, in the meantime, has had a couple of quick shots and a couple opportunities that haven't gone their way quite yet, but the pressure's starting to mount here near the end of the first period. This is going to be an icing call, and we're going to take it back the other way.
While we have this icing, want to thank Henderson Flooring. Henderson Flooring is your one-stop shop for anything with flooring needs, whether it's installation or quotes. Call Lane Henderson at Henderson Flooring. They provide excellence in every step of the process, and especially if you just got a holiday bonus or trying to make that floor spick and span for the new year, call Lane Henderson at Henderson Flooring.
Best time to buy during the winter so you can get ready for those spring renovations. Lumen Christi gets it after the icing, won the face-off. They get it into the zone for just a moment, but it's kept back in at the top by Brummer. Back over to the opposite side, having to make a play on it here. Looked like that was Brady. And the fun thing about Madden Brady, he was a forward to start the year under his dad, the head coach Dan Brady, and then it's easy to make an adjustment to the lineup when it's your own kid because you have a little bit more trust there, right? So Coach Brady decided, you know what, I'm going to move Madden back to defense. That's going to help us kind of alleviate some pressure off of our goaltenders, and then we're going to get a chance to adjust and go on the offense side. Ever since making that change, Lumen Christi has found a spark with Madden Brady on defense, and it's allowed them to control the puck and have strong playmaking ability as something that has helped the team the most, and it's Madden Brady has reaped the benefits of it, scoring the lone goal here today.
That's always the thing, too. When you're coach's kid, it's always you have a certain stigma against that. But Madden shows up every day. He practices so hard, and his team respects him so much. He's doing such a good job here for the Titans.
He's in his junior season, so one more year left with Dad behind the bench, and it's certainly something they're happy, and we'll talk more about throughout as we get ready for the Jackson United game that's coming up about a week from yesterday.
And that's going to be a really good one. JU has such a good chance this year. Of course, Lumen Christi controlling the boot trophy. JU's got a good chance this year.
We'll talk about that more near post-game as we get ready for that one here on JTV. Pass into the slot, doesn't go for Willicki. Got a stick on it. Our bias up here, as he's a JTV employee, would love to see him score a goal today. And that's only biased because he works for JTV. Great kid, though. A lot of great kids between Downriver and Jackson County in this game today. Under 2 minutes to go in this first period of play. Tied up in the neutral zone. Titans trying to push it forward. Marauders trying to get it back. Waffled up. Oh! It's going to tip and go into the net. Jack O'Shea will get the goal.
Jack O'Shea got the lucky bounce right off Keegan Moore's stick. Keegan Moore was in front of that puck. Excellent, just how he should have been. Got the stick on it, but that puck did not bounce in his favor. Took the lucky bounce for O'Shea into the net, as we can see here on the replay. O'Shea coming into the corner thought, you know what, I have no one open. I'm just going to shoot this at the net, see what happens. And just like that, it bounced over and just snuck in on the corner.
Jack O'Shea, one of the few four-year players on this Titan roster. He's playing kind of all over the place. He's very aggressive, and you can see it pay off there. Took a shot from an awkward angle. Madden Brady now gets tied up in the front of the net, and Keegan Moore will push it away and cover. Keegan Moore got a pad on it, but just couldn't find it, and it went over top, and that's a rare miss for the Marauders.
Yeah, Brady really wanted the tripping call too right there on Stoney in front of the net. Like Matt mentioned, only 3 officials on the ice here for high school hockey. Very hard to see all of the action.
Another shot, this time hits away. It's coming off of the boards. What some crazy bounces off these Joe Louis-style boards.
And more going back at the backhand, that one dislodging the net in the process. So we do have a stoppage here for that.
Lumen Christi Titans' second goal, scored by number 8, Jan O'Shea.
About a minute left to go here in the first period of action. 2-1 the score here. Jackson Lumen Christi in front after getting the quick goal from Jack O'Shea after the weird, crazy bounces that have been happening in the Carlson end. Tied up, Carlson trying to get an opportunity in front before this period ends. Under a minute to go in period number 1. Dumont tried to get it back into the middle, not able to. Taken away in the neutral zone. Quick shot from Wilkins. Takes a shot. It's going to be covered by Palmer. No, it got away. Back into the slot. Looking for an opening. Shot goes high and hits off of the back top of the glass, and it did hit off the netting, so we will get a stoppage here with about 33 seconds left to go. Hey, while we're at the moment, we do want to take a second to thank All-Star Rental. They're the reason that we're able to really bring you this game. They provide our lift as well as our scaffolding here behind the net. You can kind of see us throughout it from certain angles, but it's because of All-Star Rental that we're able to bring you this action. There we are in the bottom corner. Hey everyone, we'll break the fourth wall for you. But All-Star Rental, you can reach out to them and find out more about the equipment that they have to offer, including the fantastic scaffolding.
Oh, yes. And, also, again, shout out to our producer and technical director Noah and Austin. They have to set this up and get it ready for us. And great job to them. And
we just show up.
Oh, yeah, we just show up and talk. We're just the faces.
We tell them, hey, when you put that scaffolding, we'll go up there, but we're not coming down until the end of the game. It's one trip up, one trip down. 20 seconds left. Quick shot. And it's hit off the blocker of Moore. It's going the other way. Final push for Carlson with trailing by a goal. Shot taken. Misses wide from Wilkins. It settles down for Lumen Christi, and they're going to tie this up along the board right in front of their bench and take us to the first intermission with a lead. 2-1 is the score as we head to the first intermission here on JTV. Coming up during this intermission, we'll talk to you a little bit more, and then we'll also hear from head coach Dan Brady of Lumen Christi. It's 2-1 in favor of the Titans over the Marauders on JTV Sports.
Spring is right around the corner, and Performance Automotive is the one-stop shop for all of your equipment needs. Get ahead of the weather and let us get your mower and lawn equipment ready for the season. Call us to schedule an appointment and we'll get your equipment back in shape in no time. Or if you're in the market for something new, our experts can help you find the perfect John Deere, Steel, or Honda for your yard. Visit Performance Automotive on Airport Road today.
When you have a sewer or drain issue, make the call to Minuteman Sewer and Drain. Sure, we all want to be the guy that can get under the sink and get the job done. Trust us, we know it's not for everyone. Call the experts at Minuteman Sewer and Drain for 24/7, 365 same-day emergency service. Let us be the ones to get under the sink. Let Minuteman Sewer and Drain take care of the clogs or debris and get you flowing back to normal. When you don't have time to waste, call Minuteman Sewer and Drain, 783-9952, or online at MinutemanSewer.com. Minuteman Sewer and Drain. We open drains others can't.
Grimes Plumbing Company is licensed and insured. Give us a call for all your plumbing needs. Water heater installation and repair, drain cleaning, leak repair. And remember, at Grimes Plumbing, we love water.
Kelly Express Marts are conveniently located throughout South Central Michigan with convenient hours of operation. We pride ourselves on our fast and friendly service to get you going on your way. We're here when you need us. Full service and fully stocked stores, fresh hot premium coffee, and cappuccino. All Kelly Express Marts are staffed with friendly, knowledgeable people committed to providing the highest level of service. Kelly Express Mart.
McMuffin, McGriddles, biscuit, breakfast burrito. We'd say pick one, but there's no need. We have enough breakfast here for everyone to have a good morning.
There's nothing like that first bite of McDonald's breakfast. Order favorites ahead in the app, like a tasty steak, egg, and cheese bagel, and earn points toward more delicious breakfast.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back inside the Performance Automotive Intermission Report here. Performance Automotive Northwest, snowblowers, chainsaws, power tools, and more. As we go through this, we'll take a look at some of our highlights. That's Max Fritz. I'm Matt Kibbe here on JTV Sports, the Performance Automotive Intermission. It is 2-1 in favor of Jackson Lumen Christi over Gibraltar Carlson in a game that has seen a lot of high-flying action and a lot of speed on the ice. Max, it has been really, really fun.
This has been an amazing game. Like you said, get off to a fast start, a lot of goals. But what I love is, the cliche term, the ice is tilted one way or the other. It has not seemed that way so far. Both teams have had equal amount of time in the offensive side of the ice for both of them, and two great goals by Lumen Christi. One, Jack O'Shea's very lucky goal that bounced off as we see the goal by Brody Broomer first, but also Gibraltar Carlson doing a great job keeping the pressure on Lumen Christi and not getting worried about the two goals here. It's going to give their coach, Andy Watson, a lot to talk about here at intermission. But I feel like they're really evenly matched so far.
Really, as much as you could say, it was a weird bounce that led to the second goal. It really should be 1-1 going into the break, but it's just take a shot at the goal, and that's what happened for Jack O'Shea to get his first goal of the season. It's been a really good game, though, back and forth.
The only thing that I could see that both coaches could talk to improve on going in more is more set plays, setting up. It seems like both teams are kind of running and gunning right now, which can work in Jack O'Shea's case. Run down there, shoot at the net, you might get lucky. But trying to get those set plays, slow it down, pass it around a little bit more, and set something up.
It's been a really good one here at Optimus Ice Arena. 2-1 is our score in favor of Jackson Lumen Christi. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have Dan Brady here on this first intermission report. This has been the Performance Automotive Intermission. Welcome back inside Optimus Arena. It's the first intermission here on JTV Sports. We're lucky enough to be joined now by head coach Dan Brady for the Lumen Christi Titans. And Coach Brady, this season, a slow start. We're kind of used to that because of football season, those state champions every single year. But kind of what's been the storyline of this season for this team so far, and where is it going?
Yeah, definitely always a little bit of a slow start, getting kids back late, getting kids on the ice a little bit later than most teams, but definitely also clearly a little bit of a rebuild year for us. We're very, very young this year. First time that we've been young in a long time, so we picked up 6 freshmen, a couple new players, and obviously the record up to this point not as good as we want it to be, but a couple very, very closer games than what the score would indicate within those games, and some pretty high-level competition. So that's kind of within the plan, within the schedule, is to try to play competition above us to kind of build up and get better as the year goes on.
Well, Coach, to speak to that even more, I mean, you got these young kids coming in, filling the major shoes and these voids, none so more than Michael Palmer, the goalie starting today. I mean, he's taken over for Zach Chicola, the all-state goalie from last year, arguably one of the best seasons in Lumen Christi hockey history. How has that been for Michael, and how has that been on you for a coach to help him get comfortable in that big role?
It's been good. I mean, unfortunately, I've had a relationship with Michael. I've known Michael for a while. He's been on he's been on the team for 3 years, and I think he's transitioning into that role very well. Unfortunately, again, like I said, he's got a whole different group and cast in front of him than Zach had in front of him. We're playing some higher competition maybe than we've played earlier on in the year in the past. So a couple combinations turn out upside-down games, but it's been an easy transition, to say the least.
It's been a lot of fun this year to watch the pairing of Luke Dumont. You have a couple other guys, and Jack Fitzpatrick, Jack O'Shea, a 4-year player. How fun has this senior class been for you, and what are your expectations for him this year with the freshmen?
It's been good. Our expectations with the older kids is always that they lead the way. So when the kids come in, the younger kids come in, the rookies, there's no rookies on the team. The older kids are always the ones doing the work in the locker room, trying to set the culture, set the tone. So when the younger kids become juniors and seniors, they're turning right back around and doing it for the younger kids when they're in that locker room.
You know, we do it every single year. It's a staple on our calendar, but it's coming up next week. It's the Jackson United versus Jackson Lumen Christi game.
Yep.
Coach, what are the thoughts going into that? I know there's a game ahead. There's still practice and everything, but that's the calendar circle. We put a red circle around that game. So what's the mindset going into that one this year?
Yeah, the mindset's no different than it is every other single year. We've got 2 games ahead of it, so we've got to get those games played. But looking forward to that game. It's always a huge community event. It'll be probably maybe bigger stronger than it's been in a long time, because Jackson has a really nice team this year with Corey coming in, making some changes and doing really good things with that team, but we're also only playing one game. So I think the community and the Jackson hockey crowd's going to come out and support it big time next week for sure.
That game is on January 9th here at Optimus Ice Arena. You can catch it on JTV Sports at 5:45 p.m., 6 o'clock puck drop. Coach Brady, thanks so much for joining us here.
Awesome. Thanks for the coverage, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
We'll be right back here on JTV Sports with the second period of action between Carlson and Lumen Christi.
IEP Urgent Care offers a higher standard of urgent care from ER-trained providers. When you need professional and compassionate adult and pediatric urgent care services, including illness and injury care, on-site lab, digital x-rays, and full array of testing diagnostics, and occupational health services, count on IEP Urgent Care. Owned by local ER physicians right here in Jackson, and now with 2 locations to serve you. 729 East Michigan Avenue and their newest location, Jackson West at 1602 West Michigan Avenue. IEP Urgent Care, open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays and from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekends.
At the David Geeson Agency, we're right here in Jackson County. David and his team are your neighbors, local, friendly, and ready to meet with you in person. From auto to home, life to business, they're committed to service you can count on. When you need help, you'll talk to a real neighbor who cares about protecting what matters most to you. Visit davidgeeson.com today. At College Chevrolet in Albion, we're proud to serve our community with more than just great vehicles. Every Friday, we honor our heroes with free oil changes for veterans. We're the home of the Forever Warranty, giving you peace of mind long after the sale. From sales to service, our team is committed to complete customer satisfaction. Come see why so many trust us and experience the Godfrey difference. Only at College Chevrolet in Albion.
Within the folds of your life, you find the passion and drive to keep pushing forward. Growth comes from continually moving ahead in every stage of life. Count on County National Bank to help with seamless financial solutions. We can act quickly and accommodate your needs, whatever life brings your way. Our local bankers understand our community and your goals.
Let's work together.
Learn more about our personalized banking services at cnbb.bank. Member FDIC.
Stop in today and experience extraordinary customer service at Tamrock's Automotive, your complete automotive repair facility at 2850 Airport Road in Jackson, Michigan.
4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
Welcome back. Jackson, Lumen Christi, and Carlson getting after it here on JTV Sports. The second period is brought to you by Consumers Energy, committed to reliable, affordable, sustainable energy, consumerenergy.com. 2-1 is our score between Jackson, Lumen Christi, and Gibraltar Carlson. Maxwell Fritz, Matt Kibbe with you here on JTV Sports. It was a second goal that came late in the first period. That's the difference right now from Jack O'Shea, and really one that Keegan Moore would love to have back.
Oh, definitely. He did everything he was supposed to do. Textbook form, got the stick on it, and somehow it just bounced right over him and trickled in just to the corner of the net. But now, of course, in hockey, they switch sides of the ice, so now Lumen Christi and Michael Palmer is right in front of us, and Keegan Moore flips the other side, so maybe that net will treat Moore a little bit better.
It certainly helped out for Michael Palmer, and both teams now on the long change here in the second period of action as we get ready to go. 17 minutes back up on the board. The middle frame is ready, and it is 2-1 Gibraltar Carlson, Lumen Christi in a tight-knit game in a Metro League East battle. Face-off down and face-off won by Carlson, but once again, Lumen Christi gets it back before it got out of the neutral zone.
Bryce Wilkins with a good mitt catch right there. And, of course, with hockey, you can't forward the puck after you catch it. You got to drop it right where it is. Shaking the hand out a little bit, that must have hurt.
Already an early whistle here. .50 left to go in period number 2. 2-1's the score. Gibraltar Carlson wins the faceoff. Going to wrap it all the way around. This is going to get us an icing call, and that will lead us to tell you tonight's game is brought to you by Barker Weber Insurance and President Dan Weaver. Visit them online at barkerweberinsurance.com. There's a look at Michael Palmer and company. The officials give a huge shout out to the MHSAA officials that are here tonight. They do a fantastic job.
So I took the words right out of my mouth, Matt. I was just about ready to say, let's thank the officials, and you beat me to it.
Noah and Austin know exactly when it's time to thank the officials. They'll put them right on camera for us, and we just follow along. That's Austin Curtis, Noah Baker, our director and producer today.
A lot of bodies still falling. Didn't really sharpen up those skates during the intermission.
Walicki to try and push it away. Brady tried to push up. Brady gets around, then takes a shot through the 5-hole, it looked like, of Keegan Moore. Lumen Christi here in the second period trying to get that early jump and extend their already 1-goal lead. Found over to the right side. Shot sticked away by Moore, and Brady finds it at the opposite blue line and puts it right back in. Jake Marsh goes for it. Sorry, that's Ryan Marsh. Dumont behind the net. Carlson just trying to find any way to get the puck back. And they'll just kick it out of play, so that will bring us in, and we'll get right back to our trivia question from IEP Urgent Care. IEP, a higher standard of urgent care from ER-trained providers. Remember that question. In 1977, who did Lumen Christi beat to win their first state championship in hockey? Next.
It's got to be on the east side of the state, I would assume, because that's
a
where
good
the
guess.
powerhouse is.
Yep.
I'm going to say some Detroit area school, Matt. That's my broad guess.
You're kind of there. It was Flint Answorth was the opponent in that 1977 state championship during an old classification in the state of Michigan. We do also have another state champion in the building today. Icing on Lumen Christi. That state champion sits behind the Carlson Marauder bench. The head coach, Andy Watson, was a state champion in 1993 at Trenton High School.
Well, hey, that really helps these kids to have a state championship head coach leading this program. He's tasted glory before, and he can help the kids get to that pyramids? That word's evading me here.
I got what you're saying, but that 1993 team, one of the best teams in the state of Michigan all time. 15 minutes left. There is our next whistle here after IEP Trivia.
Precipice. That's what I was going for, precipice. Also on that note, want to thank Liquid Death. Murder your thirst with Liquid Death and look for the new soda-flavored sparkling water. I am excited to chug that one down, Matt, and fire it into the crowd next football season.
Yeah, you might be doing that during basketball season.
Oh,
that's coming up here on JTV Sports. We got another hockey game next week, and then it's crossover between basketball and hockey as well. Breakaway for Carlson. Backhand shot doesn't go for Witten. He gets his own rebound. Takes another one. Comes right at us. And we jolt out of the way, even with the glass in front of us. Carlson still has it. Tripped up, no call. Puck is loose. Stick out of the hand of Gilbald, and he is going to be knocked away. Offside will be called, and we will get a face-off in the neutral zone. Chaotic, but a save for Palmer.
Yes, and Palmer taking a much-deserved drink of water after that one.
I can see the puck mark on the glass in front of us.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I think they got us on the scaffolding with that camera there. You can see our reaction to that one. You know what? Even though we have that glass and netting up, that's why I'm glad, again, I
we're going to have to show
there.
Yeah.
So
we're going to have to show that off at some point. We're going to need somebody to zoom in on that and show off how bad the zip tie work is over here.
I'm just glad I got it.
Carlson still with it after flipping that momentum back. Big hit into the boards, knocked some of our equipment down, and we're readjusting up here for the moment. There's the work for us, so we'll deal with that in a moment.
They're attacking us from all angles,
yeah,
Matt.
Carlson staying with it. That's a very big physical team. Back around, Palmer comes out and makes the save. It came loose, but got the whistle just in time. That was a big hit. You can kind of feel it on these boards. These two teams, we talk about it in the open, but we called it a budding rivalry. And the reason behind that is because of last year's games. It was a 5-1 victory for Lumen on November 15th. And then the two teams went into a 3-3 tie at Carlson on December 4th. They had the early conference matchups in the Metro League East, and now you see these two teams, they know each other really well, and they're starting to play that way against each other.
And, you know, that's nice in hockey, too, because you can play both teams multiple times. Normally, football season, you only play one team once. Basketball, you tend to play more than one, but that's how these rivalries in high school can really develop.
Back into the middle. Palmer gets a leg pad on it, coming off of the stick of Castle, whose dad is one of the assistant coaches here, Jim, for Carlson.
That was a great pass in. Again, those set plays, trying to set them right up in the middle.
Dumont gets grabbed up, gets around, and tries to put it back into the slot. Nobody home.
Somebody lost their stick, now retrieved by a Carlson player.
And we're going to get an offside call on Lumen Christi. Want to thank our friends over at Superior Industrial Sales for their support of Jackson County Athletics here on JTV Sports. So grateful to have them along with us here for JTV Hockey. Two to one's the score here on JTV, wherever you're watching from, whether it be about an hour down 94 or right in the backyard here of Optimus Ice Arena. We're thankful to have you along. 2-1 the score. Carlson's been knocking at the door for the last couple of minutes and trying to find one. Quick one shot. Palmer came out and stopped it. Caden Jones knocked it off the pads. Carlson stays with it behind the net, taking a hit along the boards as Mulford ends up trying to get around it, needs some help. Another hit right in front of us here on JTV. Comes all the way back up to the blue line. Quick shot, Palmer rifles it away.
Great camera work by Lucas right down there. They happen right in front of him, keeping the camera steady.
Carlson knocks it right back in and goes on to the forecheck. Needing some help. Rugi got it back out, and there is another look for Ryan Marsh to try and take it away. Carlson had to check up, almost went on to the rush, but they were offside, so had to slow it down. They'll do so in their own zone. Poked up into the offensive zone. Go the Marauders with Jones. He takes a shot, hits off the side. Somebody lost their stick, comes back out. Palmer will cover, and we'll get a whistle here on JTV.
And with that whistle, I want to thank State Farm. Not a faceless call center and not a soulless AI bot. State Farm's David Geeson Agency will talk with you or visit with you live. He is physically here in Jackson County, where you can see him in person and work directly with him. He will provide you with service you can count on. DavidGeeson.com.
Under 12 minutes to go here in the second period of action. We talked about this Lumen Christi team having the kind of the slow start that they did. 2-7-1. They lead now here against Carlson. But you want to talk about why they've had that slow start next. Let's take a look at last year's class breakdown. It was 7 seniors, 7 juniors, 4 sophomore, and 3 freshmen. This year, that same breakdown. 7 seniors, 5 juniors, 1 sophomore, and then 6 freshmen on this team.
Yeah, that freshman influx. I mean, hey, this is great for the future of Lumen Christi hockey, but right now, a lot to learn for this young team. But they've got a great coach and Dan Brady leading the way.
On the other side for Carlson and Andy Watson, they have 6 freshmen, 2 sophomores, 4 juniors, and then 8 seniors to help out with that leadership role. And they really had to develop their freshmen during the Summer Hockey League downriver with a bunch of other schools from the area, and that one's going to get tipped off to the side, and now it's back with Carlson. It was that summer league that really allowed Coach Watson to feel comfortable with the amount of freshmen that he had, and most notably, of course, Bryce Wilkins, who started the year at the bottom of the lines 3 and 4, and has really forced himself to be a top line player. I asked Coach Watson, what's it like to have Wilkins, and did you expect him to be on this top line? He said, absolutely not. There was never a chance we thought he would be playing on the top line as a freshman. It just doesn't happen during the high school hockey season. Very rare that you see a freshman on a varsity team, but now they come from travel and they're all about it.
Travel hockey is so great for developing these young kids. They get the good taste of it going into the high school season. Another stick goes flying, and that's the man trying to get the puck right there. Jack O'Shea, he's already got a goal scorer, now trying to do some fancy footwork. He's really going after it without the stick.
Man, what an effort from Jack O'Shea. He's got a goal here today. It came with about 1:30 left in the first period. He still doesn't have a stick. He dives and it works out. What a play
on the line
by the captain, Jack O'Shea. He's still kicking it around, trying to get back to Palmer, and he does. What a play by Jack O'Shea. Mark that one down because we have a play of the game later. That might be one of them. Jack O'Shea made a heck of a play.
That whole sequence right there by Jack O'Shea, that is the sequence of the game. My goodness, body on the line. I mean, look at the effort right here. Just full extension out. My goodness. Oh, wow. I'm already out of breath, but I also want to thank Jessica Villarreal of 5 Star Real Estate. Looking to buy or sell a home? Contact Jessica Villarreal of 5 Star Real Estate. Jessica makes the home buying and selling process a pleasure for everyone involved. Trusted, respected, recommended. Jessica Villarreal, 5 Star Real Estate.
Jack O'Shea was on the ice for probably a good 45 seconds to a minute without a stick and made a play out of it. Dumont gets it out of the defensive zone.
And nothing here against when it comes to the referees because he's doing what he needs to avoid potential injuries. But O'Shea's stick was in the middle of the ice. He could have got back and retrieved it, but the referee took the stick and brought it to the bench to make sure it was out of harm's way. So that made it even harder for O'Shea to get the stick.
Yeah, did what he had to do, right, to get it out of the way and get it out of harm's way.
And normally O'Shea, you can just give up and say, okay, I don't have the stick, it's gone. But no, he put his body on the line. That is great effort.
If you'd like to check your 50-50 ticket, the winning number has just been drawn. Tonight's drawing is worth $104. We'll on the way to help pay off your credit card bill.
Lumen Christi will get it out in a little extra hit delivered there by Jaso, and trying to establish that physicality. Keegan Moore dropped it through. I think they're announcing the 50-50 right now.
Should have bought a ticket, Matt.
I should have. Maybe I'll buy one next week.
To win it live on air.
I don't know if that's allowed or not. The FCC might let me be.
Good point.
Icing's going to be called on Carlson, so we'll go back to the other end. Rejuvenate your roof, protect your investment, and save thousands with Jackson Nano Shield. There's a look at Michael Palmer having a good game today. Gave up the early goal about 30 seconds into the contest, but then has been holding true against a Carlson front that has been really peppering shots his way.
Yes, he's survived a lot of onslaughts there from the Marauders.
Back tied up in the neutral zone. Carlson gets it back, trailing by a goal. It's been scoreless here in the second period after we saw 3 goals between the two teams in the first period. Wraparound coming from Chase Moore, the captain for this Carlson team. Gets it back to the point, stick down. Moore, leading goal scorer with 14 this year, has it tipped back over to the top of the blue line. That is going to be Caden Jones, hardest shot on this team. Tied up again in the middle, loose in front for Palmer, looking for somebody to give way, and Carlson has to get it back down low.
And great job by O'Shea, really fighting in front of the net and using his body to block.
Bodette gets a shot off. Back up to the top, couldn't keep it in, did Grayson Mole. He's a tennis player on the Carlson Marauders team, actually a doubles partner with his line mate Chase Moore.
And his doubles partner actually blocked the shot of him unintentionally. He's trying to hit it off the stick, but took it to the body and helped Palmer out there.
Another icing called. As the winter sports season kicks off, Community Choice Credit Union wishes good luck to all Jackson area hockey teams and high school athletes. Visit communitychoice.com to learn more. That's communitychoice.com.
this second period has quieted down, Matt, at least with the goal scoring. The intensity definitely still ratcheted up. A lot of hard hits and bodies on the line on both sides.
Another one goes high from the Carlson stick. That was Mole who took the shot. No, actually, that was going to be Sladich who took the shot. Alley's going to lift it up. It's going to hit off the netting, so we'll get another face-off and a whistle here in the defensive zone for Lumen Christi.
You know, we also want to thank Circum Trucking, one of our newest partners. And, you know, I want to say check out the video, but I'm sure everyone's seen it. This one has pretty much gone viral. I and Andy Holly went out to visit Circum Trucking for their annual Lighting of the Trucks night, and we did a video on it, and our producer just recently put it on the website and on social media to showcase off the amazing Circum family and how awesome that whole operation is that they do there. It's very unknown, but the community needs to know about how amazing the Circum family is, and especially that lighting event that they do every Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Go check out that video on any website or JTV.tv to see what we're talking about. And also, Happy New Year to everyone watching as well. First game of the new year here.
Go ball, put it up. Taken away by the Marauders. Back into the slot area, tip off the stick. Palmer had to readjust and did so. Made a nice save there.
Yeah, good job by Palmer. Alley was trying to block it and almost unintentionally got an own goal.
So full changes for each side here. Here's a look at the replay.
A fantastic crew all around the Optimus ice.
We got Adam up there on the lift, Lucas down here on the ice with us, and Brandon down on the other side of the ice. Amazing camera operators. And I believe we got Ben in the truck too helping out as our normal graphics person is still recovering from surgery.
Taken back around. I was going to say Adam is, his name is basically Sharpied on that lift.
Yes.
It seems like every hockey game Adam is is our game cam in the lift beyond the middle of the ice and the benches. He's in a predicament there because he's between both benches listening to the coaching staff.
He is, but you know, other camera guys try to get in that lift, he will fight them for it. he enjoys it. It's his lift. Again, thanks to All-Star Rental for supplying the lifts.
6 minutes left to go here in the second period of play. 2-1's our score. We're scoreless here in the second period after an all-out blitz by both teams in the first 5 minutes to make it 1-1, and then it took a last-second goal. Ruge. Get it up, and we're going to get another icing. No, they're going to call this one off because Keegan Moore came way out of his crease to play it. And now it's going the other way with Carlson. Poke up into the middle. Mulford gets it back. Now it's taken away by Madden Brady. Brady pushes it up.
This one should be an icing if he doesn't touch it.
Will turn into an icing call, so we'll bring it all the way back. We're seeing a lot more icing here in the second period as well.
Probably getting tired just shooting it down there, but this gives me another chance to highlight another great State Farm agent. State Farm, not a faceless call center and not a soulless AI bot. State Farm's Dale Robert Agency will talk with you or visit with you live. He is physically here in Jackson County, or you can see him in person to work with him directly. He'll provide you with service you can count on. DaleRobert.com.
Lumen Christi wins the faceoff after the icing call. They'll play it here along their back line, and Kelly's going to have to pin it up against the boards. Carlson gets it back on the forecheck. Paying attention here to Jaso. He's going to get tied up. Two players from Lumen Christi tie up one Marauder, and this is going to leave somebody open. Into the slot, takes the shot. It hits off of the stick of Ryan Marsh, and it's going the other way with Lumen Christi.
Excellent stick save by Marsh.
Under 5 to go in the second period of play. Taken away by Sladich, and it's back into the neutral zone. Swipe back in, and this is going to turn into another icing on Jackson Lumen Christi.
You know, basketball season, Matt, like you said, is really kicking up, and you can get all of that and more if you tune into the David Rice podcast. David Rice is talking about everything sports, whether it's local or national, especially Kyle Whittingham getting hired as the new Michigan coach. I'm sure David's going to be talking all about that, and it's sponsored by the Insurance Circle Agency. His dad, Dave Rice, with the Insurance Circle Agency, a big sponsor of not only JTV Sports, but also the David Rice podcast.
David does a great job, as well as with Adam, who we were just talking about earlier today.
Adam and David. Adam is the producer on that podcast.
And
co-host.
Steps up at the blue line. Carlson gets around. Shot goes through the wickets of Palmer and misses the net. This is going to go all the way back. No icing. It was off of the shot from Carlson. And Caden Jones, like I mentioned, hardest shot on this Carlson team. Lumen Christi with it in the offense zone, taken back. There was a hit at middle ice. That's going to create a chance for Carlson to head in on the attack with Witten. Witten all the way around, wrap around, trying to look for an opening. Goes from the right face-off circle, now heading to the left.
Really
all the way
around.
around. He circles around twice in the offensive zone. Finds somebody in the slot. Finally, it's Caden Jones. Witten gets it again. Does he want to go on another circle path? No. Takes the shot, and it's a save from Palmer.
No shot clock in hockey here, so he can take his time, but playing a little ring around the rosy, apparently.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a skater take 2 laps around the offensive zone.
It was funny. We got some fans right here next to us on the lift, and they were chuckling, too. It was something you don't see every day.
He made nothing but left turns there. Like we're at Michigan International Speedway, and let me say this, located in Faster Horses, Michigan.
Yes.
Dumont battling for it. Now it's Castle who pushes forward, and there's going to be a penalty called, and a trip is called. I believe this was on Lumen Christi. It was.
It was Nathan Castle of the Marauders hit the deck after the trip. 3rd penalty of the day, and they've all been for tripping. So looks like
Ruge.
Yep, James Ruge is going to go over to the sin bin. There is now the Marauders' chance to have the power play.
This year on the power play, a 31% success rate for the Marauders. They are 13 for 41. Into the slot. They could use a power play goal here.
This is their chance to get things back and tie up going into the final period. We got 3.5 minutes.
Shot, glove save by Palmer. He just snatched it out of midair.
Palmer looked like he was playing shortstop on the diamond with that glove save.
Chase Moore leads this team in power play goals this season. He has 4 of them. Number 11 in blue. He's at the left point right now on the ice. Essentially, I could almost call him the Patrick Kane of the Marauders power play. He's always lurking somewhere on the ice. Shorthand opportunity for Dumont, who leads the team in shorthanded goals with 2.
He's the man to turn to on this penalty kill.
Penalty kill for Lumen Christi this year, killing off penalties at about a 42% rate. That's going to tip over Chase Brown's stick, and he's going to have to retreat, or Caden Jones, and bring it back in. Now here is Chase Moore. Moore, patience, looking for an opening. Gets it back up to Caden Jones. He'll go back to Moore on the left side. Calling for it down low was Marquette. Jones takes a shot, saved by Palmer, and he's going to cover it up with 52 seconds left.
Another great save by Palmer down there. He's done such a great job, again, filling those shoes, those big shoes of Zach Jacola, the all-state goalie who was in his place last year, doing such a great job, as Coach Dan Brady talked about that in the first half intermission.
Face-off 1, Lumen Christi can't get it out. Kept up at the point by Owen Wright. Down low here, taking a shot, and another save by Palmer off of the stick of Marcotte.
Palmer again surviving all the onslaught of the Marauders, doing such a good job in net. The Marauders have about 43 seconds left on this penalty.
2:24 left to go in the second period. The Marauders trail by just a goal. There's the escape from Jack O'Shea, and he's going to kill off the penalty here. They'll keep everybody on the ice. 30 seconds left on the Marauder penalty. Power play unit working here, trying to find one into the middle. Shot came from Owen Wright. It looked like more of a pass. Now it's back over with Wilkins. Wilkins just a freshman on the power play unit.
Once again, O'Shea putting his body on the line to block these pucks. Loses his stick again.
Wright takes a shot. Nobody saw it in the slot. There was an open look but for Castle, but just couldn't get a stick down in time. Time is going to expire on the power play for the Marauders, and it's going the other way. Long pass up, looking for Ruggie. He gets to it. Ruge with it. He'll take a shot after coming off of the penalty, and it's going to go wide of the net. Marauders are going to look to clear. They'll get it back into the neutral zone. Lumen Christi puts it right back in and goes for the change.
That's the best feeling, Matt, coming right out of the penalty box and then getting the biscuit.
1:20 left to go in the second period of action. Marauders looking to find a back of the net here and tie this game up before going into the third period down by a goal again. Broken out. Back into the middle. Here goes Sladich. She'll get taken down. Puck picked up and taken over, waffled away after the shot from Baudette, and we're under a minute to go in the second period of play. 2-1 the score. Lumen Christi in front. Tight-knit game. Shot whacked down. Baseball swing doesn't go. Would have been a high stick anyway. Another shot taken down. This one deflected just wide off of Baudette.
A great job by Gibraltar to get that hit down out of the air and out of harm's way.
Another battle between Kelly and Baudette, and then trying to get it out of the zone. Marauders will step up in the neutral zone. Just under 30 seconds left to go. Lumen Christi gets it back with Kelly. Nothing going for Lumen Christi's breakout. The Marauders have it again. Witten with it, bring it around. Gilbolt tries to send it away. It hit off of somebody, no ice.
That's lucky for the Titans there.
So this should take us with one last just ever turnover in the slot. Lumen Christi can't get it out, and Carlson took advantage for a moment to break it away, and that's going to take us to the intermission, our second intermission here on JTV Sports. The score still the same as it was after the first period, 2-1. The Performance Automotive Intermission Show next here on JTV Sports.
Our Sunshine Car Wash is proud to be a professional and fast service in the Jackson area. You can relax and let our friendly staff clean your vehicle to a shine. Open Monday through Saturday, 7:30 to 6:30, Sunday 9 to 5. Or use one of our many self-serve bays, great for all vehicles, car, truck, or bikes. Try our other locations. Brooklyn Auto Wash in Brooklyn, Center Wash on Page Ave, keeping your vehicle clean for over 25 years. Our Sunshine Car Wash on Ann Arbor Road.
At Insurance Circle Agency, we believe in personal connections. We specialize in a consultative approach where we'll take the time to know your name and your unique story. This allows us to provide you with a top-notch boutique experience with policies tailored specifically for you and your business. Taking this approach allows us to ensure you have the right package to fit your unique needs. Your peace of mind is our priority. Get in touch with Insurance Circle Agency today, where we'll know your name.
At College Chevrolet in Albion, we're proud to serve our community with more than just great vehicles. Every Friday, we honor our heroes with free oil changes for veterans. We're the home of the Forever Warranty, giving you peace of mind long after the sale. From sales to service, our team is committed to complete customer satisfaction. Come see why so many trust us and experience the Godfrey difference, only at College Chevrolet in Albion.
Willis & Jurisic is your one-stop shop for accounting, tax, and consulting needs. As the largest locally owned CPA firm in the Jackson area, their nearly 30 team members take a proactive approach in recognizing the current and future needs of each of their clients, never settling for providing an average experience. Their persistent drive to add value to clients, both large and small, has solidified their clients' confidence since 1967. Willis & Jurisic is focused on your future.
At Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning, we're proud to celebrate 60 years of keeping your home comfortable and your air just right. For 6 decades, our community has trusted us to deliver reliable service, and we want to take a moment to say thank you. Because of your support, we've been able to grow, serve, and give back to the very community that made it all possible. Here's to many more years of serving you. Lammers Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted neighbor for 60 years.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make Mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
Welcome back here to the Performance Automotive Intermission Report. It's the Performance Automotive Northwest snowblowers, chainsaws, power tools, and more. Performance Automotive Northwest. Thank you for sponsoring our intermission here on JTV Sports. That's Maxwell Fritz. I'm Matt Kibbe. We do want to let you know the Carlson faithful will have Andy Watson here in our second intermission report a little bit later on. But first, let's talk about this game because it has been as evenly matched as you can get. The only difference is, of course, the Jack O'Shea goal from the first period.
Yeah, which very well could have not even happened. I mean, it's such a fluke, and I hate saying a fluke goal because obviously it's still a great shot, just happened to go in, but it's a 50-51. You know, it's interesting, Matt. That second period kind of didn't go as I thought it would. They were so fast, so high scoring, and then all of a sudden, wow, the defense they did do more set plays. They slowed things down. That penalty also kind of interrupted the flow a little bit, but I'm kind of shocked that we didn't see any more goals in the second period, but large part due to Jack O'Shea himself. I mean, the amazing defense by O'Shea, one with, having no stick. That was one of the most determined defensive plays I've ever seen, and then also still with the stick, a lot of good saves as well.
Yeah, Jack O'Shea had one of the best plays that we've seen here at Optimus Ice Arena in a long time. We can essentially copy and paste the intermission report from the first intermission to the second minus the goals because it's the same exact game. Both these teams are playing really hard. We're seeing really good goaltending. We're seeing some opportunities that are there, some opportunities that are missed, but both these teams have a really good shot here in these final 17 minutes to put something together and for Lumen Christi to either put it away or for Carlson to come back.
Oh, definitely. I think the biggest thing that's going to end up determining this is the goaltenders. Palmer and Moore have been lights out for the most part. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep that up for this final period of play, and also if the defense can stand as good as it has been for both teams. Who cracks first?
They've been able to do so all game long here on JTV, and we're so excited to have you along. Do want to highlight coming up here next week on Friday, it will be Jackson Lumen Christi taking on their arch rival in Jackson United. That game is at 6 o'clock here at Optimus Ice Arena, and we'll be here on the call, you and me as well, for that one. And there's nothing better in Jackson County than the JU Lumen game, and we'll be excited to be here again.
Oh, definitely. And again, just the hunger and the fight for Jackson United, trying to win that boot trophy that has eluded them for so long. New coach this year, new look. It could be their year.
Yeah, we got to learn a lot about Jackson United this year with the new coaching staff, some new players as well, some new outstanding performances, I should say. Mm-hmm. Well, there's also one thing to look about. This Gibraltar Carlson team has been one of the best in the year of the season, and we're going to be looking at it this way. They have a really tough schedule coming up. Let's take a look and listen to what Coach Andy Watson had to say with us earlier today. Welcome back to your second intermission between Carlson and Lumen Christi. Lucky enough now to be joined by the head coach at Carlson, Andy Watson. And, Coach, this is your second year at the helm with the Marauders, and this is a young team, a good team, building a culture. What's it been like this season for you?
It's been a lot of fun. We've had lots of growing moments and experienced a lot of growth this year. We started out, I think we're got a winning record. It's like 8-9, 9-3-1, something like that. But we started out with a couple of tough losses, games that we were ahead and just didn't finish. And again, those growing moments are things that we're really working on this year. We're having a lot of fun. It's a great group of kids. We're very excited about this year.
Well, and Coach, talk about the discipline of this young team. Because, of course, young team and these breaks, especially with the hockey season, this Christmas break and New Year's break, you have that long span between games. You guys came right roaring back, though, after that break with an 8-0 win over Woodhaven. So talk about the preparation you have to have with a young team like this to keep them focused. Obviously, you want them to enjoy their holidays, but to make sure they're staying focused on the task ahead for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. We gave the boys a week off. Some of the kids had vacations planned with their family. It was excellent. It's a great time to spend with your family and friends, but we got right back at it. We had 3 good hard practices. We were preparing for Woodhaven, and the kids showed up. They played hard last night. Woodhaven's in a rebuilding year. I think they had a couple of boys out with injuries as well. So it was a great win for us last night to get the second half of the season going, and we're really looking forward to tonight's game.
Coach, we've looked at a lot of these guys on your squad. One, most notably, I'm going to ask you about 2 players here. Keegan Moore in net, your only goaltender. He's been a staple for this team. What's it like having him between the post? And then on top of that, on the other end, a freshman in Bryce Wilkins, who has been one of the best freshmen in the Downriver area.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have Keegs in between the pipes. He's steadfast, and I equate him to the Craig from the 1980 Olympic team. When he's on, he's tough to beat. So it's being consistent with his play. We're really excited having him this year, his senior year, and again, he's our only goalie. So there's been a big weight on his shoulders, and I think at times this season it's bared on him a little bit. But he's come out, and we're excited to see what he's going to bring for the rest of the season. As far as Wilkes goes, coming in as a true freshman, it's a lot. It's a lot to ask for these boys coming in from travel hockey and making that adjustment to the speed and the pace of high school hockey. And he really has stepped up, and it's been fun to watch.
Coach, I got one more for you here. Next game up against your alma mater in Trenton, where you won a state championship at. What's it going to be like in that game in your second season at Carlson facing the alma mater? And then where's the rest of the season going to take you?
Yeah, but we always look forward to the Trenton game. It's a lot of fun playing there at the Trenton Kennedy Ice Rink. Again, we have several teams that play out of there, and it's for bragging rights. We look forward to the game again, but we've got Lumen Christi to look forward to tonight. We're not trying to look too far ahead, but we build off it tonight, and hopefully we can take the W out of tonight and move forward to the Trenton game and keep that train rolling with the wins.
Awesome. Coach Watson from Carlson, thank you so much for joining us here on JTV Sports. Third period of action up next between Carlson and Lumen Christi.
You have a sewer or drain issue. Make the call to Minuteman Sewer and Drain. Sure, we all want to be the guy that can get under the sink and get the job done. Trust us, we know it's not for everyone. Call the experts at Minuteman Sewer and Drain for 24/7, 365 same-day emergency service. Let us be the ones to get under the sink. Let Minuteman Sewer and Drain take care of the clogs or debris and get you flowing back to normal. When you don't have time to waste, call Minuteman Sewer and Drain, 783-9952, or online at MinutemanSewer.com. Minuteman Sewer and Drain. We open drains others can't.
Omni, the best in metals recycling. Visit OmniSource.com to see what Omni can do for you.
You never think about a good tow truck service until you really need one. Jimmy's Towing and Auto Repair in Jackson will be there for you in a flash. Our technologically advanced GPS software enables us to pinpoint your location and dispatch the closest truck to assist you in no time. Jimmy's has the largest towing and rescue truck fleet in the area, and we have the right equipment for any towing need. When you need help in a flash, call Jimmy's. Jimmy's Towing and Repair in Jackson.
At the Joe Muni Agency, we're right here in Jackson County. Joe and his team are your neighbors, local, friendly, and ready to meet with you in person. From auto to home, life to business, they're committed to service you can count on. When you need help, you'll talk to a real neighbor who cares about protecting what matters most to you. Visit joemuni.com today.
Serving the Jackson community since 2007, G-Force Automotive is your local Auto Value Certified Service Center. G-Force Automotive is a full-service repair facility. Our experience enables us to ensure your vehicle is well-maintained year-round in everything from brakes to engine repairs to transmissions and oil changes. We are committed to keeping you on the road. Hi, this is Matt Clausen, owner of G-Force Automotive. Come see us for your next service visit. G-Force Automotive, where we make friends, one car repair at a time.
They got a little early start here, a false start here on JTV Sports, but we are underway in the third period of action between Gibraltar Carlson and Jackson Lumen Christi. It is 2-1 in favor of Lumen Christi. Don't worry, you haven't missed much. Only about 40 seconds gone by in this third period of play. Neither team has had an opportunity, but Jackson Lumen Christi controls it in the offensive zone.
Gibraltar won the face-off and had a good start coming down here. They had a breakaway, but then lost the handle on it, but now you're caught up.
Gibraltar trailing by a goal here. We had 3 goals scored between the two teams in the first period, nothing in the second frame, and now we're underway here in the third. Slap shot goes high for Gibraltar, and they hang on to it in the offensive zone.
Now, Matt, I was talking about this during the break, but I really think this is the period where everything is going to happen. I feel like the tension has built up perfectly between these two teams. We're going to get a decisive goal in this third period. That's how I call, and hopefully it's not a jinx.
Going to come all the way out to Keegan Moore, who's going to play it in the top of his crease. Carlson will break out here as we're in the first frame, or the last frame of the game. The first frame, like you mentioned, was super rich and full of exciting moments, and then the second period was kind of dull and
good defense, good set plays, but yes, as far as scoring, definitely dull.
It was a traditionalist favorite type of period.
Not those young bucks that like high scoring.
Let's see what this third period has in store for us here.
That's going to be offside, so Carlson will take it back into the neutral zone. Hey, tonight's third period is brought to you by Alro Steel. Thank you to our great partner, Alro Steel, for helping us bring you high school hockey on JTV Sports. That's Maxwell Fritz. I'm Matt Kibbe. So excited to have you along here with us for this third period of action between the Titans and the Marauders. It has been as back and forth as you can go. Carlson started the game with the lead. They scored the first goal, and then a couple seconds later, here comes Jackson Lumen Christi. They tie it back up, and then later in the first period of play, Jack O'Shea found a lucky bounce, and that's where we stand now, 2-1 our score. Palmer will stretch out and cover it here. There is the next whistle, 14:29 left to go in the third period.
And one more time, I want to thank State Farm and the David Geeson Agency. Not a faceless call center and not a soulless AI bot. State Farm's David Geeson Agency will talk with you or visit with you live. He is physically here in Jackson County where you can see him in person and work directly with him. He'll provide you with service you can count on. DavidGeeson.com.
Face-off won by the Marauders. The shot hit off of the glove of Palmer and then goes wide. Back in looking to find that slot area, that heavy traffic area. Walicki's going to find it. He was our Mauer Sunshine Car Wash player to watch in our pregame show. He gets tied up, taken down, and Carlson gets it back. 14 minutes left to go in this third period of action. Jaso crosses into the offensive zone, gets it down into the corner, taken away by a Titan. Looked like that was, couldn't see from the distance where it was it a Titan that got it back up to find Fitzpatrick, and there is Keegan Moore.
You know, Matt, talking about Sean, again, he's our Mauer Sunshine Car Wash Spotlight Player of the Game, but, you know, also, like you said, he works for JTV, and he's one of our amazing photographers. I wish that we could give him a camera while he's out playing and do some, you know, in-game snapshots here. No, they have the ump cam in baseball. put a camera on him. Speaking of that, Matt, while we have a quick break here, maybe later, I want to get your thoughts on the Winter Classic being held in Lone Depot Park in Miami, of all places. Definitely not where a Winter Classic is traditionally held. I found that interesting.
I'm going to have to go on the David Rice podcast to get all of my thoughts out on that, but it will be Michael Palmer who's going to cover it here and take us to another whistle here with 13:33 left to go in this third period of action.
Well, we got a lot of threes on the board. 13 minutes, 33 seconds in the third period. And looking for the third goal for the Titans or the game-tying second by the Marauders. Pivotal next goal on the docket. Will it be the game winner or the game tire?
Marauders would love the latter in that scenario. Lumen Christi would love to add some insurance. Another glove caught up by Palmer, 13:18 left. Hey, tonight's game is brought to you by Southern Michigan Bank and Trust. You can visit them online at smb-t.com. smb-t.com. Southern Michigan Bank and Trust.
You know, if the Titans baseball coach is watching, he really needs to talk to Michael Palmer. His glove saves have been terrific tonight. Put him right at short.
Tie up, turnover, rebound, tipped in! Goal! Jackson Lumen Christi! It's Brogan Kelly, the junior, with his third goal of the season.
Brogan Kelly is the definition of right place, right time. He positioned himself right in the front of the net. No Marauders around him for a mile, and he got gifted that puck on a silver platter and put it right into pay dirt.
The shot came from Ryan Gilbel, and he got it over off of Moore, and it was a wide open net for Brogan Kelly.
Great positioning by Brogan Kelly. He's not chasing the puck, he's setting up. Coach Brady must love that from him.
Lumen Christi, Titan third goal. Scored by number 23, Brogan Kelly.
3-1 now. That was the insurance that Dan Brady and company were looking for. Maybe you can consider it some Parker Weber insurance. Another tie-up in the middle almost goes for Kelly. He almost got two in a matter of 10 seconds. There's some extra pushing and shoving between Marsh and Peterson. The junior and a freshman going at it behind the play. They come back into the play. Marauders need
It's been
some help.
Scrappy all game here as that gets saved from an icing. The Marauders still have 12 minutes. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination, but they need something here as that will be icing on the other side of the court.
Well, they'll play it, so we're going to go on. Sent back up. Toss back to the middle. Here's Fitzpatrick. Gets it over. Another shot saved by Moore. Rebound Marauders off of the leg pad of Moore. It's going to go out, and we'll see Carlson try and go on the attack here, down by 2 goals. Fitzpatrick looking for the opening, and now after the Brogan Kelly insurance goal, trying to add on to it here and put the Marauders away in a Metro League East battle.
This win will be huge for the Titans, as we mentioned before, last in the division.
It'll be their first win, if it holds, of 2026 after losing last night to Grosjean. And their last game of the 2025 calendar year against Sault Ste. Marie was a 6-2 loss as well. They had some time off before coming back into it, but this would be a great way to get 2026 underway.
Marauders have to get something going here, as this will be an icing.
Whistle blows, 11:02 left. Check out all the great photos on the ORS photo galleries on JTV.tv, presented by Orthopedic Rehab Specialist. ORS is getting you back to working, playing, and living. Get started today at orsmi.com.
And many of those photos mapped by our own Sean Walicki, our Sunshine Maurer player of the game, who is out here on the ice. Multi-sport and multi-talented athlete.
Tie up behind the net as we get back underway here in the third period. Evans finds it, gets it back up to the top, and trying to find O'Shea. O'Shea brings it around the world, takes a shot, goes short side, and Keegan Moore had it read all the way.
It's a great stick control by O'Shea. He's really been doing everything tonight for the Titans, defensively and offensively.
He wears the C on his chest for a reason. One of the only 4-year players on Jackson Lumen Christi this year. Plays forward defense. Just an aggressive kind of player. 10:41 left to go in this third period of action. Titans already scored here in the third. Marauders looking for something. Their goal came 35 seconds into this game. They've been held scoreless since. Another tie-up big hit right in front of the Lumen Christi bench. Marauders hanging on to it. Wilkins has it. Tie up into the slot, looking for a push, doesn't get it. Lumen Christi will break out. Bringing it in to the far side. Down goes Rugi. He'll deliver a reverse hit or get reversed hit by Owen Wright. Still below. Ref gets in the way, has to make a move. And there was a face-off coming, a whistle called.
Looks like the net came dislodged slightly. Great call by the official. It was really hard to see that one. While we have this quick second, I want to thank the Cascade Senior Center. They're one of our newest sponsors as well. And we, just speaking of the ORS Photo Gallery, went out and shot their Christmas party for their residents. They do such a great job out there. As you see the phone number, 810-534-0150. The Senior Center as well, one thing that's always when I was talking with them is, when can I visit my relatives that are there? Anytime. It's an open door policy. Even if it's late at night, just call them, set an appointment. Many centers are not like that. There, it's an open door. You can see your relatives, especially around the holidays. It's so important. Give Cascade Senior Center a call, and you'll be hearing a lot more about them soon on the Bart Hawley Show and the Morning Show.
One-timer blocked in front. That was Jackson Sladish who got in the way of it. Lumen Christi stays with it. Marsh gets hit on his screen, and it's going the other way with Chase Moore.
Marauders need to get something started here. 9.5 minutes left.
Back up to the left point. Hit off the glass. Marauders have it. Trying to make a good play on it. Tied up and back all the way out. They'll have to give chase to it. No icing will be called. Mole's the first one to it. Grayson will get tied up in the corner, coming from the aggressive forecheck of Marsh, and it's back with Bodette. Another one tied up. Moore was there. Still in the neutral zone, and
Ooh.
Chase Moore ends up with it. Play
Really,
continues.
Sorry, Matt. Really physical. They're getting really scrappy out here. The refs are letting him play, though. Kudos to them.
Time starting to become of the essence for Carlson, down by 2 goals here at Optimus Ice Arena in Jackson, Michigan. 3-1 is our score. 8:20 left to go. Tie up, big stop in front. That looked like it was who else but Jack O'Shea putting the body on the line. He's making a case for a Tri-County Water Player of the Game.
Titans trying to clear it out of the offensive side of the ice here for the Marauders.
They do. Jackson, Lumen Christi gets it back. Titans putting on a move. This is Walicki. Dumont there as well. Puts on the brakes, reverses order, gets driven into the boards. Uses the glasses advantage to the Marauders, and they're going the other way. Jones gets it up onto the stick of Jaso. Another shot. This time it's blocked and knocked away. This is going to slow up. Moore came way out of his net, and it's going to be the Titans who got to it first. Kick save and back out into the middle. Carlson almost gave up another one, but we're able to make a nice stop in front.
Very lucky a Titan was not there out in front.
Turnover. Back in. Moore doesn't know where it's at. Carlson does, and they find it.
Titans almost got another lucky bounce there. That one no good.
That was Gilmont. There's the shot. Goes over top. It looked like a pad got on it for the keeper, Michael Palmer. Man, action back and forth between these two teams.
Bodies have been all over the ice, falling down all game. Physicality, loose blades, it doesn't matter. They are getting hard hits on both sides.
Madden Brady had it for a moment. This will be an icing call. Madden Brady scored the first goal of the game. Looking for a more trusted and personable insurance provider? Be sure to give Chris Cook a call. Over 10 years of experience with MLL and can cover all your home, auto, life, and business needs. Millins.com to connect. MLLINS.com just to connect. My apologies to Chris Cook. MLLINS.com.
This looks like it'll be an icing as it was poked away by one of the Titans players. You know, really got to give kudos again to the officials, Matt. We talked about them a little bit, but this crew has done an amazing job. You know, they've been very vocal down there, saying when it will be an icing, saying when the puck is live, being clear and concise with the penalties, and most importantly, letting these kids play. There's a lot of potential interference penalties they could have called, but they have been keeping the whistles in the pockets, and that has been great for the game flow.
Yeah, only 3 penalties in this game today. 2 of them are on Carlson, 1 on Lumen Christi.
And all for tripping as well.
Shot comes from beyond the blue line, and it will force Keegan Moore to hang on to it.
And why again we have this stoppage, I want to thank Vermeulen's Home Furnishing.
Another tie up in the middle.
Oh.
A little extra shove. We'll see what comes of this. Two teams that have learned to not like each other here in the early going.
We have the fans chirping here, the Lumen Christi faithful, seeing something on the ice here that happened. The refs are going to come together to decide if there's any course action. It looks like no, we're going to get a face-off here to the left side of the net.
Six minutes left to go in the contest. Marauders watching it tick away, down by 2, needing something to give. They've had possession and had some chances, but haven't been able to capitalize on it. Knocked down, Lumen Christi trying to break out. They've had some stellar goaltending in front, but just a couple of shots have gotten away, and that's been the difference here. 3-1 is our score. Scored early. That goal came from Braden Bodette, and it just hasn't been able to find the back of the net since. Another shot knocked away and off the netting. We'll take another whistle and face off.
One more time, we want to thank Vermeulen's Home Furnishing. Thank you to Vermeulen's Home Furnishing, locally owned and serving Jackson for more than 3 generations. VermeulensFurniture.com. See, living, reclining, dining, and more, including mattresses.
.5:23 left to go in this third period of action. 3-1 is our score. Marauders with it. Lumen Christi just dumping it back in. We'll get another whistle, and faceoff will come right in front of the Lumen Christi bench. Tonight's game is brought to you by Barker Weber Insurance and President Dan Weaver. Visit them online at barkerweberinsurance.com. I actually think we don't have any camera that can look at it, but there's a Steve LaFear from Barker Weber Insurance just overlooks Optimus Ice Arena in like not an ominous way, but he's like right behind the benches looking over it.
He is right behind our cameraman Adam as well.
That's Barker Weber Insurance. You can find them barkerweberinsurance.com. 5 minutes left to go here in the third period of play. Shot from Caden Jones gets blocked. Rebound! Hits off the iron and comes back out. It didn't go.
Everyone here in the arena thought that one went in, including the Marauders bench. That's a morale herder right there. They need some, and they need some quick. Trailing by 2 with 4.5 minutes to go.
Palmer is going to be thanking the hockey gods for the post there.
He better kiss that post.
Castle brings it up. Gets it back into the middle. Another one put on. Move can't get around. A bunch of Titans surrounded the Marauder trying to enter the zone.
Great defensive stand by the Marauders. Another tripping penalty will be coming.
Back behind. Carlson's going to touch it, and we're going to see some extracurriculars between the two teams. Down by 2 are the Marauders looking for some momentum. And they're going to see one of their own go to the sin bin for 2 minutes. 4:12 left to go, and it will be the third power play of the night for Jackson Lumen Christi.
This is exactly what the Marauders do not need as Nathan Castle goes to the sin bin, as Matt just said. Now both teams have had 2 penalties for tripping called on them. Neither have been able to capitalize on the power play. Let's see if Lumen can extend their lead here, or if the Marauders can get another shorthanded goal, which they've done a few times this season.
Dumont with it. They would love to have one of those right now. Anything they can give. You almost have to play out of position. You can't play your normal penalty kill because you have to find opportunity. So Carlson will be way up at the blue line, try and prevent entry, and then get out. It hit weirdly off a stanchion, and Keegan Moore had to make a quick adjustment.
Walicki was right there, just missed. Good defense by Moore.
Brought back out Owen Wright trying to escape the zone. Lumen Christi keeps it in. These boards have such a crazy bounce, and that's the advantage for Lumen Christi as they play here all the time and know.
The home ice advantage showing here for the Titans.
Dumont got taken down. Marauders get it back, but they can't escape the zone. Another shot from the blue line. This time it's Keegan Moore getting a save again, and there's some more pushing and shoving in front of the keeper.
The officials doing a great job to break this up. As we get a whistle, it looks like there is a personal, it's not personal foul, Matt, you can correct my terminology here, but a personal foul specifically on number 14, Owen Wright, for maybe something that was said.
Yeah, this is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct. We're going to go 5-on-3 here for the extracurricular. It was Owen Wright who got a little bit of an extra shove after Rocco Stoney was protecting the keeper. We've seen this a couple of times, and it's just the grittiness of kind of staying close to the keeper. That was kind of, in a way, Luke Dumont kind of drawing the penalty, and the Carlson bench not happy about it.
Yeah, Coach Andy Watson really voicing his displeasure, but the officials doing an amazing job tempering emotions down here.
So it will be 5-on-3. There will be a minute left in the game by the time the Marauders are back to full strength, barring any goals. Quick whistle, and we have another penalty for interference. Who was this one on?
Number 15
Wow.
of the Marauders. This is Caden Jones. Insult to injury here for the Marauders. They're down to only 2 skaters.
So the wheels kind of coming off a little bit here for the Marauders in this game. It will be 5-on-3. There will be 58 seconds left, but they'll have that extra penalty. Another tie up here. There are 3 skaters in the box, but they can only have 3 skaters. So essentially, some extra time on the 5-on-4.
That's exactly what Lumen needs to do, is kill out these penalties. And this is looking like a potential Titan win. Oh! Oh no!
They're going to go at it.
We've got extracurriculars going on. This is not good.
This is Ben Peterson and Jack O'Shea getting tied up, and Jack O'Shea was getting pesky, and then Peterson got tied up with them as well. So we'll see if they send both of them.
And this
so
is
they're gonna fill up the penalty box here because of some frustration boiling over from the Marauders. And this is back and forth. We go. Jack O'Shea's going to go by the penalty box, have a couple of words, and head to the sin bin himself. These will be offsetting, but it was Ben Peterson who got a little frustrated here and showing over.
Yeah, it's just definitely not what you not want to see in high school hockey. Big thing is they're not allowed to fight in high school hockey. Regardless, you shouldn't be fighting in any level, but especially in high school hockey. And I'm not calling that a fight by any means, but the emotions are running over. The referees are doing exactly what they need to do to calm things down here, because you can get up to a 2 to 4 game suspension for an altercation. So both teams just need to take a breath here. There's 2.5 minutes to go. This game, as is important, is not crucial to either of these teams. So both captains are going to come out. They're going to talk to the officials here.
Jack Fitzpatrick comes over. That's Chase Moore going back to his bench with the verdict. I would imagine that they're going to have this be offsetting, so no penalty will go up on the board, and Jack O'Shea and Ben Peterson will just stay off the ice for the rest of this game. They'll stay in the sin bin. There's 2 minutes and 31 seconds left, so we'll see what it works, and I would assume we're going to stay 5-on-3. We could potentially go to 4-on-3. We'll see what they go with.
That's the one disadvantage to us not being, in the professional leagues, is they don't radio up to the announcers. We don't get the call. I wish they'd come and talk to us as well, so we could tell you exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, so that's exactly what's going to happen. We can tell by the numbers here. So 5 skaters on for Lumen Christi, 3 for Carlson, and that's what it's going to be. So offsetting penalties on O'Shea and Peterson. It will be 5-on-4. They'll stay in the box for the rest of this game. The sin bin is loaded for Carlson. 4 skaters in there, almost a full line.
They are sure staying warm, and they're held together like penguins.
And that's how we'll more than likely end this game, is we try and wind out the rest of this clock. 2:22 left to go. Stick broke, so had to lose it. And it's basically 4-on-3 for a moment. There goes Chase Moore.
2 minutes each for misconduct.
It was misconduct.
One of the penalties is killed off. It's 5-on-4 now. Nathan Castle comes out. He had the original tripping penalty. But immediately another penalty called as soon as Castle gets out. Refs getting together.
Another stick was broke. Well, actually, the problem is a 4th skater came on, and it should stay 5-on-3 here. Yeah, there was an extra skater that came out, so it was 5-on-4, which would technically lead to a too many men because they had the numbers wrong when the person came on the ice, but it should still be 5-on-3.
Yes, you're exactly right, Matt. The Marauders should have brought someone to the bench as soon as Castle came out of the sin bin. So now, wonder if this is going to be a penalty assessed to the Marauders for not doing this, or if the refs are just going to say, all right, that was our fault, we'll get back to it.
That's going to be the question here, because it would be you would just add another 2 minutes and add a person in there.
Referee going over and talking to Andy Watson.
He's not happy about this call, which means they're going to call too many men, and they're going to end up with 5-on-3, and they will not be full strength for the rest of this game.
You can see Andy Watson there voicing his displeasure of that call, trying to get the explanation too from the referee.
So they do have to send somebody from the bench to serve the penalty, and the
Box will get loaded again with 4 Carlson skaters.
Well, you give it up to Carson Payne. He just volunteered himself to go sit over there and take one for the team. He had nothing to do with the penalty, but he was the one voluntold maybe to go over and sit in the penalty box.
That's the freshman duty.
Yes.
So it will stay 5-on-3 for the rest of this game. Put another 2 minutes up on the board. There's a 45 seconds left in the penalty to Slowiski, and then another minute 46 left in the penalty to Caden Jones, and then you add another one on top of that. There's a 5th skater in the box.
That's Grayson Mole right there.
Not sure what that one's
No,
for.
and he's a senior, so maybe that's not the freshman duty.
So I'm not sure here.
Chummy over
I'm
there,
now
that's for
lost.
sure.
We'll wait for the announcement. There's under 2 minutes to go. Chippiness evident here, but Lumen Christi as of now heading away with the win, and they're going to skate this one out.
That might be the best thing to do here with the tempers as high as they are.
Chase Moore had to look back to get confirmation to head in.
For too many men on the ice.
So it was a bench minor for too many men.
Served by number 3.
We'll see if they tell us what the last one was.
That penalty was called with 1 minute and 57 seconds remaining in the third period.
Pass over. Lumen Christi's not going to take any shots right now. They're going to just wind out the clock. There was another player over there, and I didn't hear if they're going to get that announcement here. We'll see if they do. Just over a minute left to go in the contest. Chase Moore goes after it, nothing giving. And Carlson gives it up again, Lumen Christi. There's the hit. There's a good hit. Show the physicality the right way
Yeah,
for
that's
the
the
Marauders.
best way to take the frustrations out legally.
Under a minute to go here in the third period of play. Lumen Christi just trying to wind out the clock and take a victory here against the Marauders of Carlson. So they're not going to announce that 5th player in the box, so we'll just assume it was a bench minor of some sort. They'll keep it in the zone, in their own zone. They're not really worried too much about losing possession. 5-on-3, you got the 2-man advantage. Numbers can take advantage of the puck here.
And good on Lumen Christi, too, for not going attacking and trying to get another goal. Kind of holding the ball like you do in basketball at the end of the game.
Turnover, shot goes over Palmer's head and tied up into the corner. 10 seconds or change left in the contest. We'll line this one out, and Lumen Christi is going to get back to their winning ways after losing their last 2 games. They'll win this one against Carlson. There's the extra big hit. Andrew March walks away, and the buzzer sounds. And so Lumen Christi will get their 3rd win of the season. Another win against Carlson after last year's 1-0-1 series. They get the first one against the Marauders. These two teams play each other again. The last game of the season for the Marauders, the second to last for Lumen Christi. And that is surely going to be a calendar searcher to put on the calendar for the folks at home. What a game here today, and we'll see it again later in February.
Matt, a rivalry is born. You just witnessed it, folks. This is going to be a great contest in the Metro League East Division for years to come.
We'll step aside when we come back. It's a Grimes Plumbing post-game show. Lumen Christi gets the win over Carlson, 3-1.
At the Dale Robert Agency, we're right here in Jackson County. Dale and his team are your neighbors, local, friendly, and ready to meet with you in person. From auto to home, life to business, they're committed to service you can count on. When you need help, you'll talk to a real neighbor who cares about protecting what matters most to you. Visit DaleRobert.net today.
At Seymour Ford Lincoln, we put you first with our no-nonsense, hassle-free buying experience.
From new Ford Blue Advantage pre-owned and custom orders, Seymour Ford Lincoln has the vehicle to fit your specific needs.
Along with easy financing, great monthly specials, and we offer generous trade-in values. and we keep you going with the best service, parts, and collision centers in mid-Michigan.
Come experience our drive.
Go to SeymourFord.com.
At the YMCA, our mission is centered on building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. As a nonprofit, our annual Strong Communities campaign is vital. Your support provides life-saving swim lessons, unforgettable camp experiences, and youth sports that teach teamwork and character. It also makes possible programs like Rocksteady Boxing for those living with Parkinson's disease. With your help, we're expanding opportunities for at-risk teens, families, and seniors, and preparing to launch expanded adaptive sports programs. Every gift directly impacts lives here in our community. Together, let's create a healthier, more connected future for everyone. The YMCA, for a better us.
True Community Credit Union is proud to be part of your community. When you join True Community Credit Union, you'll be part of our dedication to helping your community grow. If you live, work, worship, or attend school in Michigan, you can be a member. Visit trueccu.com or a branch near you to become a member today.
We are celebrating 34 years of serving the Jackson community at the Center for Family Health. We serve everyone, no matter your income, insurance status, or ability to pay. The Center for Family Health offers services in primary care, women's health, pediatrics, behavioral health, nutrition counseling, group prenatal care, insurance enrollment services, on-site pharmacy, 4 school health centers, and drive-through dental services. Walk-in clinic open 7 days a week. Schedule your appointment with us today. Visit centerforfamilyhealth.org or call 517-748-5500.
Welcome inside the Grimes Plumbing postgame show. We have been loving water for over 20 years. Visit us online at grimesplumbingcompany.com. Maxwell Fritz, Matt Kibbe with you here after a 3-1 victory for Lumen Christi over Gibraltar Carlson. And let's get right into it because we have some exciting stuff to talk about. Let's talk about it. Tonight's Bailey Excavating play of the game. Max, I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, that play of the game is going to be the last goal here for the Titans. Number 23, Brogan Kelly, was in the right place at the right time, got the bounce off the boards, wide open, no Marauders around him, and put it right in the top corner of the net for the game-clinching goal that really put things out of contest for the Marauders.
Yeah, so the Brogan Kelly goal, it was Brogan's third goal of the season as our Bailey Excavating play of the game. Bailey Excavating serving Jackson for over 50 years. Let's look right into our Tri-County Water player of the game. There's nobody else that we can really give it to other than Jack O'Shea.
Oh, exactly. Jack O'Shea was everywhere he needed to be and more in tonight's contest. He was great on the defensive side as well as the offensive side for O'Shea, including the time where he laid out without his stick and stopped the puck. This one here that we see, again, putting the body on the line, blocking it with his stick. With the stick or without the stick, Jack O'Shea was definitely the main player of the game tonight, carrying the Titans.
He was all over the place. Couple blocked shots, a goal. He was technically gets the game winner because he scored the second goal of the game. It was off the waffle board of the goaltender Keegan Moore and then found the back of the net. So Jack O'Shea, our Tri-County Water player of the game, Tri-County Water, home and commercial water systems and services, tricountywater.com. This was a really, really good game between Carlson and Lumen Christi, and there's no place better to be than next week here on JTV. Friday night, we get our Friday night lights back. Instead of the football gridiron, we're going to get Jackson Lumen Christi versus Jackson United in the boot game.
And Matt, you thought this game was intense. Just wait for the battle of the boot. Man, especially with the new head coach for Jackson United and this young, scrappy Lumen Christi team, this is JU's best chance yet to win the boot and reclaim their dominance. It'll be a very interesting, scrappy game.
JU hasn't won the boot since 2017. Lumen Christi last year shut them out in both games, 5-0 and 8-0. We are in for a whirlwind here at Optimus Ice Arena on Friday. 5:45 start time here on JTV. Puck drop is at 6 p.m. Lumen Christi gets the victory over Gibraltar Carlson by a final score of 3-1. They improved to 3-7-1. Carlson falls to 9-5-1 on the series in a Metro League East battle. It was such a pleasure to have you along with us here on JTV Sports for JTV Hockey. For all of our fantastic crew, Austin Curtis, Noah Baker in the truck, that's Maxwell Fritz. I'm Matt Kibbe. We'll see you next time on Friday here from Optimus Ice Arena for Jackson United versus Jackson Lumen Christi.